Well, hello everyone, and welcome to week 4 assignment review for ADMG 475. So this week you have a team activity. Remember, you've got a team activity on week 2, 4, 6, and 8. This week's team activity is looking all about the risks that are associated or could be associated with our particular project. So what I want you to do in your teams is I want you to get together and I want you to brainstorm out the 5 most likely risks that would occur. They need to be realistic, obviously. And you want to determine a few things. You want to determine the likelihood of the risk occurring and what would that impact be on the project if the risk was realized. Then, based on information, you want to prioritize those risks, and then you want to pick one of the major risks that, as a team, decide what risk you feel is the might be the most detrimental. Pick a major risk and then develop a mitigation strategy for that risk. So you're going to choose one person to be your project manager. That project manager is going to complete the team meeting information and then that template that's located with the document, and then submit that on behalf of the team. Discuss and resolve those questions. Here's some questions. What were the risks that you identified? For each risk, what's the likelihood and occurrence of the impact? Prioritize them, and then pick one with a high probability and a high impact and prepare a mitigation strategy. It's a good idea to identify at least 5 risks. More is okay. And the reason for this team activity is to get you guys together and to thinking, because you're going to develop risk management plans for the project individually. But here's a great opportunity for you to get together and start hashing out your risks for the risk management plan. Okay, so that's really what this is all about. It's an opportunity for you to kind of work on sharing ideas and then coming up with best risks and best strategies. So again, if people are unable to attend the actual meeting, discuss amongst yourselves how you will incorporate their contributions. You can still contribute. You can still contribute to the team activity and get some points, but you need to provide contributions to the project manager and go that way. All right, so that's your team activity for this week, and allow the team activity to inform your individual activity. There is no discussion question this week. Remember, when there's a team activity, I don't have you do a discussion. So let's jump right into our week's assignment. For the assignment this week, your team is meeting informally, discussing venue ideas and concerns about the silent auction. This week, the team discussed risks associated with the project. There's really no new activity, which is fine because we're still planning. So here's your assignment this week. The first thing I want you to do is to go out to the project course module template area and grab the project risk register template. Now that is an Excel template, and I'll have an image of that coming up in a minute. You're going to grab the risk register template, and then you're going to complete this risk register template with all of the risks associated with this project. You can use Exhibit 10.9 as an example. You're going to categorize the risks and list potential causes and responses. Again, this is a Microsoft Excel template. Then you're going to go out and grab another template, which is the risk management plan template. Now, right now, that template is currently located at the very bottom of the course project templates. But again, that may move, but right now it's right at the very bottom of that list. Now, this is a professionally designed template from projectmanagementdocs.com. One of my favorite places to go and get professionally designed and developed templates. Now, projectmanagementdocs.com, I think you've heard me talk about this before. They have a very wide variety of templates for all project management aspects. And I want you to actually get an opportunity to use a professional template, see how you can use it to your advantage. Now, one of the things that's really wonderful about these templates is that they provide a lot of explanation, a lot of explanatory information, and sample content of what you might include in your own document. So I'm having you use the risk management plan. So there's going to be an explanation of what goes in each section, and then there's going to be sample text that you might adapt, you might include or adapt. It gives you an idea of what you should be thinking about in terms of what should go in that section. Now, I cannot stress to you enough, replace the example. First of all, delete all explanation information, because you don't want that in your actual plan, right? And the second thing is replace the example text with your own information. And again, I cannot stress enough, do not use the text as it appears. Your work and your words should be original. And besides, the information that's in that template is for a totally different project, and it's not at all related to our project. So you need to write your own original information. The information in the template is there for your benefit, to help you, guide you in the right direction. All right, but it needs to be original and your own stuff. So what I would do is I would immediately open that document, save it with a new name, and I would keep both documents, and then I would go back and open it up again, so I'd have both documents side by side, and I would go and immediately delete all explanation and all sample text from the one I was going to turn in, and then have the original open so that I could refer to it, but yet delete everything so that I don't mistakenly put in information, so that I don't mistakenly fail to delete and use information from the previous. Develop a contingency plan. So you're going to develop a contingency plan for the top 3 risks identified, and then you're going to identify whether the contingency plan is an avoidance plan or a mitigation plan or both. Include this with project success measures. Add this section to the template just after the top 3 risks, and title the section Contingency Planning for the top 3 risks. Now I'm going to show you where that's going to go. You're actually going to add something to the template. Now here's the good news about these templates. They're professional, they're awesome, they're great templates. But you can take out sections, you can add sections, you can customize the templates to be what you want. I'm asking you to customize the project management docs, risk management plan template, and add a section called the top 3 risks, and then actually this section is going to be titled Contingency Planning for the top 3 risks. All right, so you are going to submit your risk register. Remember, that's an Excel document, and then the risk management plan, the template. Those are 2 documents you're going to submit this week. So let's start looking. Let's look at the risk register template. Again, a Microsoft Excel document. You're going to categorize the risks. You're going to put a description or an event, a potential cause, impact, potential responses, who owns the risk, and then you're going to score probability, impact, and then a total score. Now, if you go out to the textbook, it will show you the example. I believe this was, let me back up here, 10.9 is the exhibit that's used here. I was going to say 10.10, but no, 10.9 is the exhibit, and it'll show you how to score probability and how to score impact and come up with a total score, and then a brief mitigation strategy. So you want to put enough, this can be lightweight, you want to put enough detail so that it is understood. So please no 1 or 2 word risk descriptions or know 1 or 2 word mitigation strategies, please definitely provide enough context so that I understand the risk fully. But it doesn't have to be paragraphs long. So again, balance between 1 or 2 words and paragraphs. Okay. Now on the risk template, let's look at what this looks like here. Again, here is the introduction. Now, all of the plans from project management docs have these wonderful introductions that define how you are going to manage that particular activity within your own organization or within your project. Okay, so notice that in green it says this section explains why risks exist and highlights the purpose and importance of the risk management plan, provides a general description of why the risk management plan is essential for managing. Okay, so you're going to remove the green. Actually, you're going to remove everything in that section, but you're going to define your own strategy. Now look at everything that's pointed there is the example text that I was referring to. Now, your introduction does not need to be this long or this developed. A single paragraph for your introduction will be fine, but I do expect to have a good introduction to your risk management plan. The next section is your top 3 risks, and again, example text. Green tells you what should be there, and the text afterwards is the sample text. Delete all of that and put the top 3 risks for your plan. Now, where did you get those top 3 risks? Well, you probably got them right here from the risk register. That's why we do the risk register template first. You do your probability and your impact score, and that informs your top 3 risks, right? Okay. Now, your risk management plan, risk management approach. This is what the information is for here. Then you're going to do risk identification. You're going to do risk qualification and prioritization, risk monitoring, risk mitigation, and avoidance. Again, I stress that your responses to these sections do not need to be as robust or in-depth as what is here, but I want them to be original, and I definitely want something more than a sentence or 2. Give me a good solid paragraph on how you're going to monitor risks and how you're going to mitigate and avoid risks. You want to complete all sections. Oh, and again, you are adding a section after top 3 risks, which is going to be how you're going to manage those particular risks. Remember that I discussed that up top. So you're actually adding a section to this template. Make sure you complete all sections. Do not feel that you need the same level of detail, but it is a real risk management plan. Do not duplicate the example text. Write in your own words and research, if necessary, on what you should be putting there for the risks that are appropriate for your particular project. You have a quiz on Sunday. Don't forget that. And then finally, don't hesitate to ask me questions. Reach out to me if you need further explanation. I hope you enjoy this opportunity to play with a professionally developed project management plan. And I look forward to working with you this week. Have a wonderful week.